Welcome to the channel, folks. Mr. H here for a news flash on Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So, this being a somewhat anticipated movie, I guess, this year in certain groups of people, we had a lot kept under wraps about this project, as with most blockbusters these days, but they've done a really good job, and the main thing which they managed to keep hidden was, of course, Emperor Palpatine returning. Ian McDiarmid was back on stage at Star Wars Celebration. He is playing Emperor Palpatine once more, which I don't think anyone really thought that was ever going to happen. But in a recent interview with Empire magazine, J.J. Abrams opened up about the process of the film, some slightly new elements with respect to the name, and then also some character changes. So he stated that it's amazing that he got to walk out here today and no one knew. That's, of course, with respect to Ian McDiarmid. And he also touched on the fact that the reaction that people had to him only made him grateful that all of those who could have told and tweeted and posted didn't. It was as much fun to watch as it was to work with him. So no reveals there. But he does say, and this is a bit of a point of contention really, a lot of people have asked, what the hell is the deal with the Rise of Skywalker? Skywalker's dead now. What are you talking about, you idiots? And Kathleen Kennedy in an interview basically just spun some yarn to say, yeah, we just came up with it because what does it really say? A bit of this, a bit of that, I have some smashed avocado on toast, I'm a pretentious douche. And he touched on this again, and it's this same crap rhetoric. So he says, in coming up with the title, we just looked at the film and asked ourselves, what are we saying? It feels very much like the title of this film. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? If this title has nothing to do with the film at all, then, I don't have much hope with respect to Disney and Lucasfilm now currently anyway. But if that has no relevance to the content of the film, they really have lost any respect that I had for them. So, on the topic of Daisy Ridley's character, Rey, he says that there are some extraordinary things that the character and Daisy Ridley did in this movie. There are some new things that you'll see. As if she wasn't a Mary Sue enough already. For the love of God. Now, off the back end of that, there are some brand new covers for Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair had some scoops last few movies. In fact, they always tend to have them. There's nothing major with this. In fact, it's literally just Rey on the planet that we see at the start of the trailer, what looks like it anyway. And then there's another character poster, which is, of course, of Adam Driver's Kylo Ren. And again, just the same planet. Does this confirm that they are facing off one another in that trailer? Yeah, maybe. But that's what everyone thought anyway, so who cares? It's really... This film, and again, if I'm looking at all of the articles that are published about this, people are saying, oh, it's going to be one of the biggest movies of 2019. I think maybe we're probably going to be in for a shock. I don't think that this will do as well as everyone is thinking. The trailer itself didn't really have that kind of magic. There's not really any buzz about it. There's not nearly as many theory videos floating about. The internet isn't as alive. And yes, that's not indicative of the end result or the end box office, but that's a large portion of the audience. And they're not really that alive and talking about it. So I will be really intrigued to see how this plays out. I'm going to watch it with an open mind, as I've done with all of the films, but it will be intriguing to see. And not only do we have those two other images, but inside the Vanity Fair, we also had some other teasers revealed and dropped around the project. Quite interesting, I guess. Now, this is the only stuff that really kind of piques my interest. We can see Kerry Russell's character, which her name is Zori Bliss. She's kind of being pegged as the next Boba Fett, which they always tend to try to do this nowadays. Can we have the next Boba Fett? A faceless killer, enigmatic, so on and so forth. She's been pictured here in the Thieves' Quarter of a snow-dusted planet known as Kijimi. So that's interesting, I guess. We can also see what looks to be, anyway, the Knights of Ren. Now, these are interesting. It's good to get a closer look at them, anyway. Their outfits, not nearly as imaginative as I thought they would be. They're not really wielding lightsabers, again, like I thought they would be. I find this to be a little bit kind of anticlimactic, really. The chap standing next to what appears to be J.J. Abrams in the background there looks to have a very reminiscent mask of Kylo Ren himself. In fact, they all have kind of, sort of, well, I guess a vagueness to Kylo Ren, but my god, that must have been a hot shoot that day. We can see Rey on that planet, or what is supposed to be that planet anyway. It's also confirmed now not to be Jakku. It is a planet called Pisana. There's supposed to be a few more details on this dropping later on today as well, or at least should be floating about online later on today now that the Vanity Fair images have been leaked or revealed. We can see General Hux and Richard E. Grant's character, General Pride. So, interesting, again, I guess. So, yeah, kind of interesting, I guess. I mean, I always liked the aesthetic of the Star Destroyers. I think they're pretty cool. I really liked the kind of bridges that they have. And then again, some more shots. Again, Rey, Chewbacca, C-3PO, more C-3PO, BB-8. We can also see some, again, new creatures. Again, this fairly normal. We know we were going to get this. We can see Jana and also Finn. These two are sitting on creatures called Orbaks. Again, nothing too crazy here. Jana, Naomi Aki did state that it's extremely surreal to be in the movie and see how it works from the inside. That's about it. The creatures don't look that good. I'm a little bit disappointed with the creatures. They're very, very human-esque, uncanny valley eyes. They probably should have changed that. That's not all that good. We can also see Kylo Ren and Rey battling it out, a lightsaber duel on what looks to be a sinking ship in the ocean or something along those lines. Not overly sure, but to me it looks like a ship is sinking and they're just atop it. Maybe they're battling it out there. And yes, of course, we've got Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, and Poe Dameron on the Millennium Falcon. Looking awesome. Good to see, I guess. I mean, Lando Calrissian's in his very Donald Glover style clothing, which they had from the film Solo. We can also see some brand new aliens. These are the locals to the planet Pisana. These are called the Aki. So again, nothing majorly revealed there, but again, new creatures to the Star Wars universe. These are actually played by Jordans, so Jordanian locals, interestingly enough, where it was shot. So kind of cool, I guess. And then this is probably the biggest one, and this will probably irritate a lot of people. In fact, we can see Luke Skywalker standing next to R2-D2. Why is this here? Is this just here to, irritate people? There's a lot of fire going on there, so maybe, I don't know, maybe this is when he burned down the tree. It's really difficult to see, to be perfectly honest. It's difficult to imagine what this could possibly be. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're going to get some more information later on in the day, but here it is up until this point in time. What do you think? Good? Bad? Be really, really keen to hear. So now guys, what do you think about all of this? The title, the fact that the Emperor is coming back, and the images. I mean, which of these images, if any, has sparked your interest in the film? Has anything really, ignited your fandom for Star Wars? I really like Star Wars, but none of these have really caught my eye, and I think that's probably a byproduct of the fact that either I'm just getting too old, or I'm a little bit burned on it because they've produced some bad movies recently. But I would be really keen to hear your thoughts. Do you have any of the kind of shared sentiments that I do? Do you like any of this? Do you dislike any of this? Drop them all down below in the comment section. If you liked this video, please do give it a like and a share. That really helps me out. Also, just get this news out there to people, because of course this is big news. Also, if you are new here, please do hit subscribe and stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news. Hit the bell notification icon. Really, really important. YouTube won't notify you otherwise. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I have been Mr. H. Take care.